got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. A good pickup there at 22.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine runner.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen from 13 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but still back to reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
It's really easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
Now Ryan out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They come out here in the eye. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert 4th and inches.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns. But, you know, of course, he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's caught left side, Tammy. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tammy, there. And it's 4th down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Flushed out right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smart ball overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This is Stewart again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Newton now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he motions the wide receiver. They will go for it. Now Newton, escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. Out on the field. And partner, sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Slot man moves right. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. Picked off by Thomas Davis. He's at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another now as this one's in the air. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense. And get.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Third down, 15 yards still needed. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Surveying the field. Look at the time. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ryan now to throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And that three-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now it's Newton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Newton. Incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong.
This is caught inside the 15. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll be a Carolina first. And they're going to speed things up here. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
20. On the ball. Come on now.
To throw on second down is Newton. And the Panthers in for the score.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Ryan to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. In motion left goes Jones. From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And quickly they get to the line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan looking for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And we're back now in Charlotte, all even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Newton on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
3rd and short, and you're just trying to pick up a first down. Maybe run the football, throw a little short route. Pretty gutsy maneuver there. They took that thing downtown, and it paid off.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Newton, dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And here now come the Falcons.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Ryan on second down. It's caught left side, Tammy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and it's...
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Coleman. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
21.
It's Coleman here, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman in the final minute, and the Falcons have broken our tie.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Well, going into the...
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Rodgers' Packers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And all right away, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
20.
first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And for Clinton-Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's going to be an incredible thrill for Clinton-Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all of his friends and family. And he's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him at the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. They find some open field here. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 65 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. Muscles him off. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Relay 26.
One back is Lacey. Now it's Rodgers. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson.
And the 2016 NFL Comeback Player of the Year was Jordy Nelson. He had a fantastic year after the knee injury in 2015. Well over 1,000 yards again. And once again, he was the #1 target for Aaron Rodgers.
NFL high 14 receiving touchdowns. What dimension does he add that makes them so good on offense?
Dependability as well as speed. All right, Jordy Nelson's the type of guy who can run any route you want, yet he can also take the top off of a defense, as we like to say, by running past people. It's a heck of a combination to deal with. Plus, Aaron Rodgers knows when he gets in trouble, he just looks for Jordy Nelson, and 9.9 times out of 10, they'll find a way to get open.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's second down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer. But you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there. Newton again. 43 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They will go for it. Now Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
Newton now to throw. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball. Down situation, they were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A pickup there of 36. And the Packers are going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They run. It's Lacy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
And got his man complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, it's Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing again is Newton. And Olsen over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
First half. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated. Ready for the start of the second half. This will be taken short. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Back to throw, Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Packers a first down.
But that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And this is Eddie Lacy with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Rodgers again now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll go for it. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Daniels able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And it's not the punting unit, it's the offense that is out there. They're going to try to pick up the first. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And some room to roam now. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ted Ginn, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
What's your PSA?
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 12. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fresh set of downs here. One back is Lacey. He'll get the football here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the game here, Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight.